Hello there, in whichever part of the world that you're in. I'm extending my pleasant greetings to you. My name is Detola Aduke, known as DAS or Sweetest. I'm on Facebook and I have a few groups that I run on Facebook. We discuss all kind of issues, and when I mean all types of issues, I mean all types of issues. I'm just using this medium just to chit chat with you or have a discussion, if possible, on about maturity in relationships. No two relationships is the same, and maturity plays a lot in whichever kind of relationship that we're in, especially man-woman relationship. A lot of us go into relationships without the maturity sense of it. We just feel it's yeah, boy meets girl, girl meets boy kind of thing. But the relationship aspect of it is left out most of the times. As far as I know, to the best of my knowledge, there are four types of maturity that plays in relationships. The first one is a physical maturity, which is the age that we're at presently, as in physical age. Another type of maturity is the cognitive or psychological maturity, which is the way we think, the way we process and assimilate things, our understandings on issues and ways of life. We also have the emotional maturity, which is the way you relate to well, mostly maybe your partner. It could be your kids, it could be friends, it could be family, it could be anybody. And also, the last but not the least is the relationship maturity, which is an example of that is being friendly to others, respecting their opinions and their decisions. Now, I'm gonna I'm gonna talk a little bit about emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is loving yourself for who you are, appreciating yourself, and then others. In emotional relationships, there's a couple of points that I'm going to mention here that might help somebody out there who is in a relationship and wants it to work. I am not a relationship expert, but we learn from each other every day, if you know what I mean. No two relationships are the same. You can never ever compare two relationships to be the same. It's always unique in its own way. It's always different. Another thing is, in the new that we're in, or whichever relationship we're in, we shouldn't bring the baggage from the previous relationship into it. It's not going to help in any way. You can't be with a new person and then you start comparing them with your ex. It's going to bring a lot of issues amongst the two of you. Do we as humans, when we're in a relationship, do we accept the realities of life? I mean, realities that each and every one of us has his or her own baggage that we bring into whatever kind of relationship that we're in. Also, in relationships that is supposed to be based on maturity, how do we handle issues? How do we solve problems? How do we make things work? Of course, not all relationships is going to end up in maybe engagements, or it's going to end up in marriages. But at least, even if you're not together anymore, you can still be very good friends. That's what maturity is all about. In maturity in relationship, do we take responsibility for our own actions? Do we something is wrong? Do you really accept and apologize to your partner, or you just that ego thing is there for you? If that's the case, it's not maturity, and it doesn't help in relationships at all. Do you accept your own feelings? Do you appreciate your own feelings? Do you express yourself emotionally in the relationship that you're in? When I say relationship, I'm not talking about only heterosexual relationship. I'm talking about brother, sister, sister, girlfriends, boyfriends, all kind of relationships, mother, child, parents. There's no relationship in life that doesn't entail that we bring in maturity into it. Now, how well do we assimilate in the relationship that we're in. Assimilation as in how well do we accept a partner? How well do we understand them? Do we give them the day of the chance to express themselves? These are all the types of maturity that is expected in a relationship. If we don't have those, it's kind of difficult. That's why a lot of people get into relationships, and by the time you know it, they're quick to click, and all of a sudden they're not together anymore. They're not talking anymore. You understand what I mean? So I'm just saying here, all I'm saying here rather is, if we put maturity into a relationship, it might help a lot of us out there. It might help a lot of people out there. Like I said, I'm not a relationship expert, but at least maybe what I've said today might help somebody out there, if you know what I mean. I'm on Facebook. My name is Detola Aduke, Sweetest. Everybody calls me DAS or Sweetest. I have groups that I run on Facebook. So if you I'm going to make another clip actually talking about another kind of issue entirely. So I'm going to say thank you for listening to me. I hope I'm able to help somebody out there, and wishing each and every one of us the very best in 2013 and beyond. God bless you all, and I say thank you once again.